I want to talk about red, white and royal blue. That's really hard for someone that's not first language. A book. It's written by Casey McQuiston. I hope I say that's right. If I don't, please don't come for me. I bought this a week ago, probably because I saw it on Tumblr and everyone talked about it, and I saw one fan out and I said yes. I don't feel happiness anymore, so maybe books can give it to me. It arrived on the 23rd. I've now read it for the past 3 days, and I need you all to read this book. I need you to do this too. Literally, I sent my friends throughout, I sent them snapshots, I was like, you need to read this. And then this morning, after I had read it until 3 AM last night, and then had to be like, okay, I need to physically take this book away from my place now because I won't sleep until it's done. So I finished it this morning. Anyways, and I was like, you need, do yourself a favor and read this book. So I'm going to talk about it now. Let's talk about the synopsis first, then about the writing, about what I liked about it. Well, let's start with what I don't like about it, what I liked about it, and why everyone should read it. My final thoughts. So the synopsis is, I think everyone has heard about this book by now. The first son of the United States hates the Prince of Wales, and they have kind of a fallout, and it gets to the press, and both the monarchy, so the royal house, Kensington Palace, no, Buckingham Palace is there, and the White House are like, we need to sort this out. So they have to pretend to be friends, which I'm gonna say, guys, this is enemies, friends to lovers trope right there. This is a well-written fan fiction that got published with original characters. It's amazing. So they have to pretend to be friends, and along the way a lot of things happen. They obviously, as I already teased, fall in love. They have a lot of struggles to face, a lot of differences, a lot of shit that they get from a lot of people, because even though this is the good timeline, they're still asshats there. Still twats that believe they are better because, I don't even know, they're white and male and cisgender and heterosexual. You know, that spice. The writing style. I would have enjoyed this book if it would have been written mediocrely, just because the plot is still well and the characters are still well, nice and thought through. But somehow, they, I don't know what her Twitter bio says that she uses all pronouns, so because Casey is somewhat a girl name in my head, I know, very binary of me. I'm gonna say she for the sake of this video. She is amazing in writing. I love how I hold up this book, like, look at this. She's amazing. Her writing style is so nice. I love writing when it's so descriptive that you feel it, like you're in the scene. There's this one line that just keep going back to, which was like, he's driving with a Jeep and she describes it so well, how the air is going through his hair, Alex, the main character, and how he feels. And I was like, wow, this is what driving in a car feels like. This is what it feels like to be. She captured this freedom and this youth so well. And there's this one thing where she says blue bonnet sky, like blue bonnet blue, and I love the word blue bonnet because it's an alliteration, and it's also very sweet because it's the code name for his sister in the book, from the security agents. And also it's so descriptive and so beautifully written. And there's this one scene where they go to his dad's house and it's so descriptive, and you just feel it. You feel the pressing heat of Texas summer, and you can taste what they're cooking, and you can feel the summer breeze, and you can hear his father and his sister sing, and there's just this, it's just beautifully written, and I cannot believe how well it's done. And the characters are so intricately written. Every single one of them is so well fleshed out, and they all have so amazing backstories, and there's not a single character where I'm like, oh, this kind of seems weird. There's, as far as I can tell, I'm not really getting this whole plot thing, not a lot of plot holes. It's all very well done together. It's chef's kiss. Things I don't like. none of them. I saw a lot of, I'm sorry with the changing light, I'm at my window. I saw a lot of people that gave worse reviews saying that they thought the book was too hyped up and then it couldn't match the hype. I'm looking very right now, I love this for me. And that there was a lot of politics involved in there, but I think it kind of gave it that spice because Alex is so into politics and it's his whole heart, and writing something about the first son that is into politics, that wants to go into politics and not make it such an integral part of the book would make no sense to me personally. I know that it can be pissing off a lot of people, and I would actually quite enjoyed it because it was about election again, and we just had that with Biden and Harris, so that was pretty cool to see from like a very different standpoint, except for, you know, it's him being the first son opposed to me in Germany fearing for my life for Trump being re-elected. So that was really nice. Things I loved, once again, the writing style is beautiful, the characters are well done. I didn't expect it to be this steamy. I don't know, I thought it was gonna be one of these young adult books where you basically have to like read a lot between the lines, number one, and number two, I was thinking here it's gonna be like very slow burn. I have to, it's 420 pages I believe, I have to wait until like page 400 for Alex to even do something, and like, I'm not gonna say anything, but you get there quite early and I was not expecting that, which made it even more fun because I believe it would have been this thing like, oh my god, will they, won't they? And just having this undercurrent of their relationship being such a strong thing throughout the whole book, opposed to like something that happens on the last 2 pages, just adds something very nicely. And it's very obvious that she went for the whole, there's a lot of heterosexual relationships, romance books out there, and the LGBTQ community just deserves to have the same. Sometimes they just deserve a happy lucky story, and I saw a lot of people being like, oh my god, it's just a happy ending. I spoil a lot right now, I'm sorry. But honestly, why the fuck do they not deserve a very cliche happy ending? What the fuck? Do you not have a cold heart? This book made me feel all the feels. I don't think I have cried, laughed and cried again at a book like this for so long. That's another thing I love, it's hilarious. I don't think I have laughed this hard at a book probably ever. Casey really well captures this very weird millennia, like late millennia, early Gen Z humor. That's just dumb. Like, I don't think we have humor. I think that got lost in our generation. It's just us being dumb about shit. And that is exactly what this book is. There's this whole paragraph, actually it's a few pages about a turkey. I won't spoil too much, but I nearly peed my pants because I was laughing so hard. It's so well written, I can just say this again, and it made me feel all the feels. Do you know when you read like a very good fan fiction and you get this ache in your stomach because you just feel this love and this and you have to like lay down for a second and just like ground yourself again because there's so much. I heard that so many times. The relationship between the two of them is beautiful. There's so many quotes that I like want to print out and glue on my forehead because I have commitment issues, so I won't get a tattoo. I wrote down in my journal, I was like, I think I saw myself a lot in Alex. It just wants you to get up in the morning and do your very best, and I think probably because I read it at the end of 2020, you get this feeling in this year specifically. I feel like you really get it right into your face that nothing is safe, that you won't know for 100% that there will be a tomorrow, and you realize that everything you see as granted or something that you see as a possibility in the future, you should question that, and you don't always have the chance to wait until tomorrow. And seeing this book and how he grasps this possibility and how he works really hard for what he wants just really gives you that kick. And like, for me personally, if I read a really inspiring book, I just I want to get up in the morning and be my best self, because at the end of the day, we know the potential we have, we know what's inside of us, we know what we can do, and most of the time we're just too fucking afraid to do anything about it, and our own fears will hold us back. This is very off topic, and we will be like, oh my god, I can do this tomorrow, I will do this when I'm better, or I'll do this when this and this, and like, we don't know, nothing is for certain anymore. So what the fuck, might as well do this, might as well be our best self and push ourselves now. And also, while I'm on the topic of working hard, this is, I don't know why none of the like light or dark academia people has claimed this yet, because it's very, I would say it's pretty light academia, because it's a very like fun topic. It's not like dark and gritty, like it's not about murder, it's about like love and politics and stuff, but it's the way Alex is described, and like working really hard and all the folders and all the things he does at the side, and like the late nights. Is very academia, so I'd probably say it's a very good book if you like light academia, because it's beautiful. So my final thought is that my feet are falling asleep right now and my calves are hurting because I'm squatting in a very awkward position. Number 2, read this book. That's all I have to say. Read this book, love this book. I think sometimes, you know, we like to be pretentious and read, I don't know, a lot of classics and pretend we're far beyond the narrative of cute, happy-go-lucky young adult books, and it's wrong. We deserve some happiness, and we deserve to feel this type of euphoria you feel when you see two people falling in love. And it made me kind of sad realizing I will never have the Henry to my Alex, but read it anyways. It also made me pretty aware how that is a good place and we're in the bad place. That's a good narrative. I'd much rather be there in this parallel universe. So yeah, read the book. It's beautiful. 100% would recommend. It just reminded me of the reason why I love reading so much, and also that I should get my shit together, and we love that. So yeah, I hope this helped and this enjoy this. This is not what I would usually do, but I really just enjoyed this a lot. So bye. Close. That was my fairy lights.